I'm flipping gaming PCs until I buy my first project card. So far we made about $350, which is really good because we're making more money per PC than we did in the last season. So far we're doing pretty good. In this video we're going to build a really beautiful PC in this really nice SAMA case that I got off Amazon. We're going to build it, take pictures, list it, and then sell it. At the very end I'll reveal how much profit this PC made us. They actually showed up, they actually came and bought the PC, and we made a pretty good chunk of change. Building this PC was really simple, and I tried a little challenge to see if I could build it in under an hour, so that's what the timer is for. But I'm gonna go over all the specs and where I got these deals from. To start, we're using this super clean ATX SAMA case with a really cool wooden accent, but first we have to set up the motherboard. Normally, I use micro ATX cases, but since this is an ATX case, I had to pick up an ATX size motherboard. Paired with the motherboard I got off eBay, I got a Ryzen 5 3600, 16GB of RAM, and I got all that used on eBay. For storage, I just use these 512GB NVMe drives from Amazon that I got off a Prime Day deal. Power supply is just a generic 550 watt Cooler Master power supply that I got used on eBay, and since it has ketchup and mustard cables and the fact that it's a white build, I'm going to use some white cable extensions that I also got off a Prime Day deal. This PC turned out wonderful, and thankfully it booted up first try. I installed Windows and it was ready for some pictures. I just sold a PC like this with really similar specs, so I know what I can sell it for, but I want to try and list it for a little bit more than I sold that PC. Because of this nice wooden accent, I wonder if it's going to really increase the value at all. So I'm going to list it for a little bit more than what I sold the previous PC with almost identical specs, and maybe we'll make a little bit more money off of it. Maybe not, maybe it'll take longer to sell, and maybe I'll just have to drop the price back down, but we'll see. You never know, a little experiment never hurts. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours and there's already someone that is scheduled to come pick this up today in about 2 hours, which is super exciting. But the only problem is it doesn't have any Wi-Fi, so luckily I had this Wi-Fi thing left over, so if I'm able to get this in, get like whatever drivers I need installed and it working within the next 2 hours, then I'll be able to sell it. I posted it thinking that I would like put this in before someone was like super interested, so now we have to kind of rush a little bit, get this in, but it should work hopefully. Let's get this installed and figure out if we can get the Wi-Fi on or not. I'm almost 90% positive that they'll show up because they've been like super communicative and they're like, hey, are you still available today at this time here, whatever, so that's gonna be good. And yeah, some really quick profit on this PC. After about an hour of troubleshooting, I just had to move it up into the GPU slot, and now we have Wi-Fi, and it's pretty fast. and it works perfectly. So it was a little bit annoying that it took me a while to troubleshoot that, but now it is ready to be reset and sold. Really, in literally less than 24 hours, selling a PC and making a really good amount of profit. So I'll talk about that later. Well, wouldn't you know, they have an excuse. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is a valid excuse. You think maybe this is a made-up excuse. You never can really tell with Facebook Marketplace. This seems like I don't know. I can't really judge them. They don't want the PC anymore. That's all I know. So we're going to leave it listed. I'm going to lower the price a little bit and hopefully it sells. After a little bit over 2 weeks of having this PC listed, we finally have someone on Facebook Marketplace that is pretty interested in picking it up. So we've agreed to meet in about an hour and a half, and we negotiated on price a little bit, but we're still making really good profit on this PC. So I'm going to unpack it, make sure it's reset, and then take a video for the buyer. Since we're meeting up locally, there won't be any way to test it. So I just like to take a video for them. But yeah, super stoked that this is finally going to sell, this beautiful SAMA PC. Flip it upside down. We sold the computer for 550 smackaroonies. Absolutely great deal. They got a pretty good PC for a good price, and I made quite a bit of profit. So drive home, count this up, run the numbers, and see how much profit we made. We're back. We sold the PC. We got the cashier. We'll count this up at the end. But first, we're gonna go over the PC and the total build cost of how much it cost us to build it. So let's start writing this down. So this is the build cost with everything to the exact penny. The best deal definitely being our RTX 2080 Ti that we got for $148.62 because we bought a pack of 7, sold 3, and then the other 4 came out to $148.62. All this added up brings our total build cost to $400.72, which is really freaking good for an RTX 2080 Ti. Like, if I were just to build this and keep this for myself, RTX 2080 Ti for $400, that's pretty awesome. But let's go over the numbers of what I had it listed for on Facebook Marketplace and on Java, and then the total sale price. So I believe on Java, I had the PC listed for $699.99, which if it sold for that, the total sale, like what I would get out of that, would be roughly $600. So I had it listed on Java for about $700, and then the total payout would be an estimated of $600. And then on Facebook Marketplace, I had it listed at $600, but then I lowered it down to $580 when it actually sold. Now we did negotiate a little bit, and the total sale price, let's count up all the money that we have. 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 520, 540, and then 550. So our total sale price came out to $550. That brings our profit to $149.28. So that's a little bit less than what we made on our last PC, but it's still roughly around that $500 mark, which is just great. I would take $150 profit on a PC any day of the week because this really doesn't take that much time to build, and they don't really take that much troubleshooting, and then I just list them and don't have to worry about them. A lot of people are saying I should be getting more, but to me, $150 is great. That's a lot more than I was making in the first season, so I'm happy with that in the second season. If you like this style of video where I walk you through the entire process from the start to finish of every single PC instead of what happens in a certain time period like 2 weeks, then let me know. I think I want to keep doing this. I want to just keep making videos for the entire process of one PC and not just everything that's happening. So I'll see you guys for the next PC flip.